basketball coach, Jerry Faulkner. Please join me in showing his family our heartfelt appreciation. Jerry was an icon in the Locust Fork community, and we certainly appreciate him. In 2000, just stay out here. You're part of this family. In 2001, Barbara Hollis Roy, a former Lady Hornet, took over the Locust Fork girls basketball program. This was another notable event for our school, as Coach Roy was the first former Lady Hornet being named as Locust Fork girls basketball coach under her leadership. We have made it to state playoff 20 times. We've won 11 county championships, 2 appearances in the Final Four, and the most memorable for our school, Coach Roy guided the Lady Hornets to the 2017 state champions, Class 3A state championship title. Let's give a big round of applause to Barbara Roy. Among her many accomplishments, in 2016, Barbara was chosen as the Class 4A Coach of the Year for the state of Alabama. In 2017, she was named the Alabama Class 3A Coach of the Year. And in 2017, she was named the National Coach of the Year. She has also been selected as Blount County's Coach of the Year more than any coach in the history of Blount County athletics. She currently holds the record as the winningest basketball coach in Blount County at 482. Hear it for Barbara Roy. The Lady Hornets basketball program is very proud to have 3 members in the Blount County Hall of Fame. 2 of our 4 head coaches, Jerry Faulkner and Barbara Hollis Roy, along with a record-setting player, former Lady Hornet, Lisa Bates, known as Lisa Basil Bates. Come on out here, Lisa. Lisa was a star basketball player and star pupil at Southern Miss and at Jacksonville State. Throughout Lisa's high school and college career, she was selected for numerous distinct awards. She is still the all-time leading scorer in Locust Fork history with a total of 3,050 points. She leads rebounds with 1,957, and Lisa still has the most points ever scored in a single basketball game at 43. To this day, 29, or I guess it's more than that, now Lisa maintains the Alabama state record for the most rebounds in the season at 624, and in 1995, Lisa was named the 3A Player of the Year and the only person to ever have that award from Locust Fork High School. Lisa's a teacher and a coach. She has currently won her 500th win, so you've got 2 coaches. She started a year before Barbara, but you're going to have 2 coaches that would have won 500 games apiece and played on the same basketball team. Give them a round of applause. The second all-time leading scorer in Locust Fork history, we're not going to go through all of them, but we're going to do the top 2, is Bridget Hollis. She had 2,250 points. Bridget graduated from Locust Fork in 1988. She wanted to play basketball at Montevallo, and during her college days, she made all-time leading three-point shooter her freshman year and was the MVP and led the conference in the highest free throw percentage. Another player for Locust Fork who had great things to happen was Ashlyn Atkins Sanderson. At Faulkner University, she was the all-time leading scorer with 1,943 points, all-time leading assist with 409 points, and she is the 164th steals all-time leader and the all-time three-point leader with 351, and was a first-team all-conference her junior and senior year, and she now is one of our assistant coaches. Let's give a big round of applause to Ashlyn Atkins. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. and Miss Baswell and Kim Hollis to come forward. Come on out here. We'd like to recognize these 2 families. A lot of you don't know this, but in the late 80s, girls' sports did not have a rec league. These two families helped form a rec league for Blount County, which goes on today and has went on. There's never been two more families that poured more into our basketball program than these two folks and two families right here. I can't tell you the time that they put in to Locust Fork program. They continue to do it at Sandrock, and Mr. Hollis continues to do it right here at Locust Fork. Let's give a big round of applause to the Hollis family. On the end down there, we got some great people. I want you to come forward, administrators. If you was ever an administrator or assistant coach on this team, come forward. Come on, girl. We have Mr. Golden, Mr. Smith, Tommy Smitherman, Miss Megan, Miss Goss, Crystal Evans. Come on back up here, Mr. Hollis. You're still coaching. Come up here, Ashley. You're a coach now. If you ever coached, you cannot have a great program without administration. Mr. Vinson would be one who would have been a part of this group as well. Give a big round of applause to these folks who have been parts of our program. And last but not least, we want to call Mr. Hollis forward, please. That's you. For the past 35 years, Coach Kim Hollis has helped coach rec league, junior high, travel teams, high school teams. For the past 24 years, he sat on the bench with his daughter, never making a dime, but donated his time and talents to help our girls succeed, not only in basketball, but in life. Join me in showing your appreciation for all he has meant to the Lady Hornet basketball team. And finally, as we close this part out, ladies and gentlemen, join me as we give a huge round of applause to a very important part of Locust Fork school history. Every player, every coach, every administrator, every volunteer, and anyone who has contributed to this program has made a difference in our community. Here's not just got tradition, but it is one big family. Join me as we pay tribute to a great part of the Locust Fork history, our Locust Fork Lady Hornet basketball team. And the final part is the picture. Would everyone please come inside the lines? We want one big picture. We have the trophy coming in front. Can you get them all in there? Everybody look this way. Everybody look this way. Everybody scooch down if you can. Scooch down if you can. Ready? Look right here. 3, 2, look this way. Look this way. 3, 2, 1. Look right here. There's a reception for you girls. There's some reserved seats somewhere. Stay and enjoy. We got photo albums, all kind of things for you to look at out in the weight room. Just go right through those doors. All right, now little girls basketball. Here we go. Hey, make sure everybody stays.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to go, Mr. Radio Man. I think you can hear me. I hope you can anyway. But what a great way to honor a great group of people in our program. It's been a joy I've been able to be a part of a lot of this stuff, and it's been a joy to watch it happen and take place. And I know that that had to mean a lot to all those girls.
Greg, that was a
Magnificent job on your part. Great recognition. Tremendous consistency here. It was really enjoyable as an old coach to see all those players that came back tonight. And that's a great, great compliment to the coaches, some that have gone on and left us. A great tribute to Coach Barbara Roy, Coach Kim Hollis, and all of their hard work. I don't know if anybody's worked harder over their career than those folks. They've done a magnificent job, and they still continue to do a superlative job. So now we get down to business here. A big-time area game. JB Pennington, Locust Fork. Pennington comes in with a 1-1 record. The Hornets are 1-2, but are coming off a big time win against Vinemont. We're in for a treat. JB Pennington, a much improved team. And I wish I'm getting to see now Greg, the Weems girl. I can't remember her first name. Senior moment, a terrific high school basketball player. We've got they have I wish again a first name, Hanson, a ninth grader is going to be an outstanding player. And they've got people that know their roles. They play extremely hard, and they are going to really make this night a tough one for the Locust Fork Hornets. The Hornets must value the basketball. I think they need to play 84 feet up and down. Need to get better on the defensive glass. They improved a lot. It wasn't great, but improved a lot against Vinemont in being chairperson of the board. And tonight it's going to be a big key. This is not going to be an easy game, and you're going to have to earn this. But it is a big area game. The Hornets have put themselves in a position that they need to pretty much win every home or every game now, but especially at home. They got, I think, 2 more at home. They got Hansville, or they got Pennington tonight, Hansville coming later, and then they finish, I think, on the road with their schedule. But a big test tonight. The Hornets going to have to play extremely well against a tough opponent, a very well-coached opponent, and this is going to be a scrap here at Locust Fork. Giant crowd here. Great presentation that Greg did, honoring all the young ladies that have worn the green and white and played for these outstanding coaches, played for this outstanding community tonight. Greg, you ready to go?
Ready to go. It was a great way to represent and to recognize, and hopefully all of the girls and everybody will get to go out to the weight room and be a part of some refreshments and get the fellowship and have fun tonight. I hope so. I will say this. It was I think back to watching all those girls and seeing all of them. They were such a big part of moving our athletic program forward. And I think about Mr. Faulkner and the impact that he made and the impact that he made on and he's no longer here, but I know that he would be proud tonight to see a lot of the things that he built be recognized, and I can't help but think that he's not looking down awfully proud tonight. You coached for a long time, and the history that you leave is meaningful, isn't it?
Greg, it means so much, those relationships. You know, the wins they've had are just astounding, but the things that are going to be, I think, lifelong and really eternal are those relationships. And to see that many of those young ladies come back, I think that's a great testimony to all the coaches, especially Coach Roy and Coach Hollis and the Basel family. I remember hearing about the Basel when we were at Pennington Varsity and how good a player Lisa was. And now a great coach is it Sandrock?
Yeah.
Sandrock. What county is that in?
Cherokee, I believe.
Cherokee County. I think it's close to Cleveland County, Cherokee, but a big night here. Now it's time for air tournament play, and the Hornets going to have to play well.
Well, I think that an advantage maybe a little bit on the height end, maybe for the Tigers. They've got some taller kids that are out there. Maybe the biggest advantage Locust Sports had over the years has been the guard play.
Yep.
But that's narrowing down because the guard play has leveled out a little bit because they've improved mightily. Have the Pennington Tigers with their ball handling skills. So they have definitely got a great team, and they've had one of their better seasons. They haven't not lost a county game yet. They've lost an area game in Hansville, and Locust Forks lost a couple of area games. But what's crazy is they beat Hansville, and Locust Forks lost to Hansville. They got killed by Vinemont, and Locust Forks beat Vinemont. So you can't go by
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Some nights.
I'm gonna try to get one of these little girls try to. Got little cups.
It's not non-alcoholic.
If you ever had the cotton mouth, buddy, I have it tonight.
Well, I bet you do. You had to talk for about 12, 14 minutes.
Well, I was glad we was able to do that.
That was great, though. Really impressive. And I know it meant a lot to all those players, too, to get to come out and stand out in front of these folks tonight and have those, again, memories and have those great, lifelong, eternal relationships.
Well, I'm going to ask. I can't get their attention. I'm trying to find out. I want to see how to pronounce one of these names. Hey, ma'am. I want to make sure I get these girls right. I want to ask you a question. That's Weems, Lewis, Hanson, Hawkins, Butler. How does she pronounce her name? Andrade. All right. What about this one? Ibarra. Okay. Ibarra. Okay. I got the rest of them. All right. I always try to make sure we get them right. And she said Andrade, and Ibarra. We'll try to get those names right because I can remember them playing. I probably called them out wrong for a long time. But we're getting close to game time. About a minute away from the national anthem. Huh? Ibarra. Okay, Ibarra.
Which one did
She said Ibarra, but it's Ibarra. Andrade, and Ibarra. That's good.
Getting close to showtime here, Greg.
Yep, we really are.
Nice crowd here. It's going to fill back up, too, when the honorees come back from the little reception.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be in and out all night.
Great to see that, though.
I think we're going to have the national anthem by Rose.
Is she going to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
She is outstanding.
It is. So we'll let the national anthem be played. So as we stand for that.
So proudly reared at the twilight's last gleam, whose cross light shines through the for the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
Got to thank Rose White for a great job.
That is amazing. What, 7th grade, 8th grade?
Yep, she is a talented girl. If you didn't get to see the Lion King, you certainly missed a blessing. There's no doubt about it. So I know that Hanson is a good player. Weems is a good player. And I believe number 10, Hawkins, she's been playing a long time. I wish I had their first names. I'd give you those, but they didn't give them to us. That's the bad thing about basketball. Andrade will be a starter and also started to be number 24, Yarborough. Seems like I remember her for a long time. And you know what I have done? I have put this in the wrong spot. Oh, Lord. I put the girls in the boys' spot. For the Hornets be Harley Horn, Haley Dutton, Lindley Tallbush, Cortland Williamson, and the only other one be Emily Camp, I believe. So, I've got to write all these again, brother. Ain't that something?
Well,
Weems, Lewis, Hanson, Hawkins, Butler, Andrade.
need a big start here, Greg, if you're Locust Fork. You're playing a tough Pennington team that is going to be ready to play, I can assure you. So this isn't going to be easy. You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to play hard. You're going to have to get on the floor, get some skint knees, some bloody elbows, and go get the basketball. Defensive boards, so big.
Well, here comes the jump. It'll be Camp and Hawkins jumping. Pretty good crowd on hand. A lot of them out of here at the fellowship or whatever reception, but there'll be some more coming back in.
Reception. Here comes to open the tip.
And the tip will go to the Hornets. So nice job by Camp getting the tip. Here comes the Hornets. It's Cortland Williams. Looks like they're going to play man-to-man.
Man-to-man.
I think that'll be interesting. Here's a wide open three by Haley Dutton. It'll go all the way down, come out, and it'll be another jump ball, and the possession will go back to good position defensively. Just couldn't get the ball.
That's a good shot. Good stagger screen action. And Haley Dutton man-to-man. Looks like full court.
Here comes the Tigers. They'll bring it all the way down. They break that pressure with ease. A long three up, and no good. Rebound. No good. And the rebound comes off of the Tigers back to Cortland. Nice job by Cortland.
Great effort.
They'll get it to Cortland. I think Cortland needs to take it to the hole just by looking at it.
Man-to-man.
And they'll switch off in the man, and she'll go by everybody, head up and in.
And that's a great job. Downhill, good screen. High ball screen, Harley Horn. Really effective. 2-0 Hornets.
Here comes Wayne. She is a shooter. And then she'll give it off to Yarborough. Yarborough back to Wayne. Wayne can shoot the three.
Good
You got to
D.
be right up on him. Right now she's getting pretty good D by Camp. They'll get it to number 15, Andrade, and she'll miss the shot and it'll go out of bounds. They'll say it back to I think the one who was chasing her stepped out of bounds when she touched it.
Yes, so I well understand some things in life.
Here comes the inbounds. They'll work it. They'll get it into Andrade. Andrade will dribble way outside.
Boy, good D.
Good defense right now on wings. They'll get it to Hanson. Hanson can handle the ball, and she is strong. They'll get it out to a wide open Yarborough for three, and she can't get it to go. And then it'll go off Haley Dutton back to the Tigers.
The Hornets struggle sometimes, Greg. They have a great position. They just can't secure the ball. Great position, getting after it. No criticism, just got to snatch that ball down, be strong in the hand. Well, they're going to hold it some, Greg. They don't mind running a lot of clock.
They'll take it in and be a foul on Lindley. As Hanson will draw a foul. She'll shoot 2. And that'll be the first personal on Lindley Tallbush.
2-0. Favor the Hornets. A nice take and make from Cortland Williamson. 6:17 to go, first half. Hornets up 2. Up 1. Hanson with a nice shot.
Hanson's a good shooter. She
Good
is
player.
a
Nice.
young player. I think she's a 9th grader, maybe a 10th grader. But she is a good player, and she hits both free throws, and we're tied at 2. Here comes Cortland. She'll bring across the timeline. Much improved Pennington team. Probably the best team I remember they've had since 15, 16, 17. They'll get it to Lenny. She'll get it over. Great ball movement, and
Great
Camp will
pass.
lay it up and in.
Great pass to high post. The dump down to the opposite block, too. Great pass from Emily Tallbush. Emily Camp.
Weems will take it all the way up, missed the left-handed layup, and then it'll be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Back to the Hornets. Here comes Cortland.
4-2 Hornets. Hanson is covering is in the uniform of Haley Duck.
Yeah. I think you're going to have a lot of backdoor looks with the way they're playing defense. They're coming to the ball. So you're going to have to get it over there. The back door is going to be wide open just by looking at the way they're playing defense. Camp's going to have a great opportunity to score. Or whoever's on the low block. They'll get it to Lindley. She'll drive in, kick it back out to Harley Horn. Back around to Lindley in the corner. Now she'll dribble, drive the lane, kick it out to Haley. Haley Dutton at the big LL. The 5:09 to go here in the first quarter. Great step back 3 up and no good. Rebound tapped around and little Cortland Williamson.
Great job, Cortland
They're going to call a foul on Harley Horn.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. You may start singing. Or you recommend not?
No, they did not call it on Harley Horn. They called it on number 12, Butler. So that'll be good for Harley. They get it in bounds to Cortland. Cortland behind the back dribble. Step back from the elbow. No good. Rebound. Tapped out. Another offensive rebound. They go back inside. Back outside to Harley. 4-3. No good. And the Hornets got great looks.
Inside out there, Greg. Really
And I'm going to tell you, that was great ball movement by the Hornets. And we're going to get a foul on Haley Duck, her first.
Got to not reach. Too easy a call for the official there.
They'll inbound it to Weems, back to Yarborough. She shoots the 3. That'll have to be good. Defense on her. Hanson can shoot it too. Also, the barrel. They get it to
See, they're going to run a lot of clock, Greg.
They don't go fast. And I'm having a text and call this down. They get it to Andrade. She'll put a shot up, no good, but tap around the rebound. Snatched out of there by Cortland Williamson. She's got strong hands. Here comes Haley. Gets it to Cortland. Cortland had a great game against
Sure did. 4-2.
Vinemont. 4-2 Hornets. Just 3:48 to go in this quarter. Not much scoring going on. Hornets have had a lot of opening looks. And they'll try to get it inside to be stolen away. And the first turnover of the game for the Hornets. Weems on the dribble, being guarded by Tallbush. And they're going to get her. And she was reaching. I mean, ain't no doubt that there was a reach there. That'll be Lindley's second. I don't know. Lindley like she's attacking her.
No, she's aggressive.
She's little too. You can't touch it.
You need to get a little bit faster paces with the Hornets,
Yeah.
Greg, because they're going to run 30 seconds every possession here. They'll dribble it, dribble handoff.
Peacock, guard, and Weems. They'll get it to Hanson from downtown. No good. Rebound. Hornets had it. They keep it. As Horn got it, and she's going to hand it off to Dutton. Here comes Dutton. She'll bring it all the way down, kick it around to Horn. Good defense. That's the biggest improvement, I think, by Pennington. They're playing good defense. They'll get it to Dutton. She'll drive in, kick it out to Cortland. All the way up, puts it up, no good. Had a good look at it. Locust Fork is getting the shots.
Yeah, they just not falling. Pennington playing their tempo, Greg.
Yep, early on this game favors Pennington as far as the pace. They work it inside. They get it to Butler, who's a pretty good player. He knocked out of bounds back to the Hornet, to the Tigers, rather. 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Wings at the wing. She'll dribble all the way to the top of the circle. And Cortland is really playing some defense. They'll switch off. Now Cortland will play Hanson. Hanson gets it to Wings. Wings back around the Yarborough. Looking, can't find anybody. Good defense by the Hornets. They'll get it. Shot up and no good as Hawkins can't get it to go. Here comes Cortland from downtown. Leroy Brown had an open look at it. Right now, Hornets cold as ice.
See the Hornets missing. They can't get in their press.
We're going to get a timeout called by Coach Ellis of the JB Pennington Tigers. I'll tell you one thing. Both these teams are playing good defense.
Really good defense. Pennington's plan is to run a lot of clock. They run a lot of the DHO, dribble handoff. They'll get a high post player. They'll work off that. They're a well-coached team, Greg. Coach Hill has done a really good job. The game is being played exactly like he would like it to be played. In my opinion, the Hornets got to speed the game up, and they really need to speed the game up by making a bucket where they get in their press.
Here comes the Tigers. Way outside at the big L left. They'll work it around to Yarborough. Yarborough dribbles to the corner, and she'll have her pocket picked by Peacock. And a great job by Peacock. Yeah, they say they can't hear us. I don't know why they can't hear us. You can hear the whistle. Well, I may have to end this video.
Kinley Wilson, great offensive board, Greg.
We'll try to get her going again. Let's see here.
Hornets press it full court, Greg. Man-to-man full. Trying to speed the game up.
A low-scoring game between the Hornets and the Tigers. Trying to get it going. And we're going to get a foul on the Hornets. I don't know who they called it on.
I think it was on Cortland.
It's on Cortland to be her first.
I tell you, this is the game plan. Coach Ellis is slow it down.
I'm going to get Hillary to check our live stream on the. We should be able to pick us up pretty good. We ought to be good. Both free throws made by Hanson, and she's their leading scorer with 4. So 4-4 with a minute to go. Going to be a tussle at the fork tonight between these two teams. Here's Cortland behind the back dribble. And hand it off to Peacock. Peacock gets it to Dutton. Hanson really doing a good job on Dutton. Here's Cortland taking it all away. Gets fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's what we got to do, or they get to the rack, get downhill, and get to the rack.
All right. 4-4, 44 seconds to go, but a defensive struggle. Both teams have struggled to make a shot. And she'll make the first.
Cortland 1 for 1.
5-4 Hornets. Here's the second free throw. It's up, and it is perfect.
6-4 Hornets. Extended defense. Now Greg gets it on. 2-2-1. A little bit different look for the Hornets defense.
Here comes a fast break opportunity, but they're going to throw it away, and that'll be the second turnover for the Pennington Tigers.
Great job in the press right there. You let your opponent make the mistake. You don't foul. You press up, get them out of their rhythm, turnover. Good job by the Hornets. And here we go with 32 seconds left. First quarter, low-scoring game.
6-4, 25 seconds to go. Hornets go get to Dutton. She's going to have to get a pick. She does. Gets a long three up. No good. Rebound. And that'll be a foul on court, and that's going to be 2 fouls unless they call it on Kinley. Let's see what they call it on. That's on Portland. That's 2. Man, Hornets starting to get a little foul.
Well, that's not good right there, especially when you're trying to press now. 10 seconds. 12.
Here's Wayne. She'll get it to a wide open Abera. Hornets get the rebound. Got 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They get it to Horn at the buzzer, and it's no good. And the Hornets lead it 6-4 in a very tough game between two defensive-minded teams.
6-4. Hornets facing a very tough defensive group from Pennington, and Pennington playing exactly like they want to. They want to shorten the game, keep it close, and then have a chance, I think, to win it in the fourth quarter. But they've done a real good job handling the ball in the half court. The Hornets have had really good looks from the three. It's not falling for them. 3 ball is big to them. They've done a pretty good job, the Hornets have, on the defensive glass. Got to pick up the offense, though. 6-4, end of 1. As we get ready for quarters 2. Packed house here on I think it's going to end up being a foggy night in December with spring-like temperatures outside. Yeah, but the Hornets are kind of cold in here, especially from the perimeter. But Greg, here we go. Second quarter, it's going to be Hornet ball as we start this second quarter. Hornets are in a little bit of foul trouble. They got 2 starters with 2 fouls. As we head into the second quarter, Haley Dutton will inbound the ball to Cortland Williamson as we start the second quarter.
Here comes Cortland. She'll bring it across the timeline. We got to get, I think when we went early, got the ball inside, outside. There's a good job. They don't call it travel. I didn't say a travel, but that'll be the second turnover for the Hornets.
Wow.
I don't know how you travel when you're dribbling.
Yeah, you can't.
Here comes Weems. She'll bring it up for the Tigers. Weems has been quiet. She can go off, though. She can
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Hanson's been all the points so far, and she will. Locust Hornets lucky they didn't get a foul right there.
Foul there, probably.
So I guess it evens out. Hornets with a turnover, steal, and they'll lose it right back as Haley will turn it over. Just a little off tonight. Both teams really look. I think they're both nervous.
It's a big area game, and I think both teams are showing the effect maybe of being a little bit tight. Looks like the Hornets are going to show zone now, being in foul trouble a little bit. Yes.
And they've been effective with the zone. Yarborough, way outside.
See, they'll run clock against this. They'll spend a lot of clock.
Abera. Back around, they'll go to Wayne. You got to really know where she's at. Abera don't mind shooting. She'll pull it from downtown, and she will drain it. Abera from deep. Excuse me, that's Andrade.
Andrade from about 24, nothing but nylon.
And a 7-6 lead for the Tigers. And they put up another shot to the Hornets. They can't get it to go. And it will be chased down by the Hornets.
Well, they're doing a good job. Hanson is on Dutton.
And they'll get it inside, and they're going to get a foul on Hanson, I believe.
That's what you got to do. You got to take it at them. Get downhill, get to the rack, and get to the line.
They call it on Yarborough, her first foul.
It's not a shooting foul.
They said it was on the floor. So here comes Lindley to inbound it. Hornets trailing by 1. They'll get it into count, back out to Lindley, and the Tigers will knock it back out of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hornets are not executing very well right now.
No, they're not. They'll inbound it from underneath. They'll get it to Cortland. 7-6. Low-scoring game in the second quarter. Not a lot of happening. They get it to Lindley. She'll put it up. This is an easy bunny. And the rebound will be chased down by Weems. Here comes Weems. She'll take it all the way in. Put it up. No good. Rebound. Tapped around, and the Hornets get control of it. It's Dutton will get it. She'll go by the first 2 defenders. And the Hornets get it to count. Camp out to a wide open Cortland from downtown. Can't get it to go. And the rebound will go back to the Tigers. And Weems comes out of there with it. Man, we got some open looks. We just can't hit them. Weems, no good. Rebound. Cleared out by the Hornets. Lindley all the way down, puts it up and in.
Good.
And gets the
Big.
foul on top of it. We'll try to get the old-fashioned three-point play.
Lindley Talbush to the rim. Great take. Good rebound. I think that was Emily Camp out to Lindley Talbush going to the rim. 5:40 first half, Greg. The score is 8-7. Hornets up one on the nice take and make from Lindley Talbush.
Well, the Tigers trying to rest some people. This might be a good time to press as Lindley hits the free throw.
9-7, yes. Got different. Well, we're going.
They're kind of getting out of it because they broke it so easy.
Well, we're in foul trouble too,
Yeah,
kind of.
right.
And they'll get back in that zone to protect it. Got to get down.
And they'll get it to Andrade for three. No good. The rebound knocked out of bounds by Lindley. You got to grab that ball right there and get the easy rebound.
I know the Hornets sometimes just kind of zone out.
Here's the inbound. They get it to Wayne. She'll spot. Or she's going to shoot it from the parking lot. Andrade don't mind shooting. She'll pull the trigger. They'll work it around to Wayne. Wayne back around Andrade from downtown. Went all the way down, came out. Lindley had the ball in her hands and dropped it. That's twice Lindley dropped a for sure rebound.
See, I'm not sure if we know. Everybody knows what defense. I think we're zone now.
And they'll work it out to Butler from downtown. No good. This time, Lindley gets the rebound. Here comes Lindley. She'll bring it down. She'll pass it around all the way to Horn. Wide open three, and she drains it.
Nice ball movement. Dutton to Horn for three. Nice pass. Good action. 12-7 Hornets about halfway through the first or second quarter.
They'll work it back to Andrade from downtown. Count it. She can shoot it.
12-10, man. You got to contest. Hornets had really nobody there.
Here comes Lindley from downtown. No good air ball, but the rebound cleared out by Harley Horn. She'll get it to her old buddy Courtney. Now they'll set their offense. They'll dribble down the middle, kick it out to Dutton. Dutton inside to Lindley, outside to Dutton. Everybody up off the glass. Cannot get it to go. And the rebound cleared out by Weems. Had a good look again. We're just a little bit off. Oh, almost a walk. They get it to Andrade. She's hit two. She'll throw up a three, and she will drain her third three of the game. And the Tigers with a 6-0 run thanks to Andrade. Here comes Dutton from downtown. She'll answer on the other end.
Nothing but nylon from Haley Dutton.
Heating up now.
Knocking it down. 15-13. Hornets still into the 2-3, trying to protect folks. They're in foul trouble.
Last 5 points or 5 shots have been threes. Here comes Weems to Andrade. She's heating up. You better get out on her. To Weems. Back around Andrade. At the parking lot. She'll pull it. You get it to Butler. Butler will have her pocket picked, and it will go off her foot out of bounds. And another turnover for the Hornets as they turn the Tigers over.
Mackenzie Peacock in for the Hornets. And Harley Horn getting a little rest here. Harley doing a nice job.
Timeout called by the Hornets. We'll keep it here. Packed house at the Clyde pad, the Hornets nest, and the Hornets have taken over the Pennington side as well as they go halfway down the Pennington side. If you had everybody that said the reception here, we'd have probably the fire marshal.
Yep.
There's Mr. Titus White in the house. Charlie Armstrong in the house. J.J. Boatwright in the house.
JJ, we got some
Has been.
Hornets. Yes, sir. They never to me will they be happy. They're always big time. Hornet ball up to 3:02 in the first half.
15-13. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Hornets clinging to a 2-point lead. It's been close the whole way. Lindley.
In the
Way
man.
outside, the drive in. Stop, get it to a wide open Portland. She'll drive down the lane, lay it up, miss a layup. Man, we're missing the bunnies tonight.
That was a little floater, Greg. That's a tough shot, but it's right there. You got to take it. Still in the zone. 15-13, Hornets.
They get it around to Hanson. Hanson to Weems. Weems to Yarborough. Downtown. 3-pointer. No good one. All the way down came out. And a big time rebound by Camp. And they'll work it all the way down to Peacock. Layup missed. Put back up. No good. We had 2 easy layups, but they're going to be a jump ball and it'll be back to the Tigers. Man, Peacock missed the wide open layup, and then Camp missed the putback wide open.
Bunnies right there, Greg, that you got to have in a close game.
3 in a row missed by the Hornets.
Hornets still in zone.
It's been over 10 years since Pennington beat the Hornets. We get it to Yarborough. Back around. To Yarborough for 3. No good. Rebound. Big rebound by
Great
Camp.
job.
She's really done a nice job, but she's got to quit making bad passes on the rebound. Got to make sure she gets it to the right person.
They're going to jump and defend on your point guard there. That's what Weems is doing. Weems has a high basketball IQ.
Here comes Cortland. She'll get it to the wing. Around to Tallbush. Now they'll look inside, and they'll get it to Peacock. Peacock out to Dutton. Dutton. The drive by everybody. Oh, a great pass to Camp. She lays it up and in.
Dutton to Camp. Great basketball, great action. Downhill, down the rail, the dump, and the finish by Emily Camp. Big. Hornets still 2-3 zone. 1:16 to go. Hornets up.
Other
4.
than Andrade, they have shut them down since they went to the zone. She walked with it, turnover.
Walk. Good job.
The problem, you got to get in front of Andrade. She's got 9 of their 13 points.
They're playing good defense, too. Got to give Pennington a good job.
Pennington has really clamped down on the Hornets. That's where they've improved. Cortland, the jumper, up and in.
Banks open. Nice job. Got downhill again. Got the little floater to go then. Hornets up 6.
Biggest lead in the first half of the game.
Little mini run here for the Hornets late in the first half.
Weems gets it to Yarborough. Yarborough way outside, looking for Butler. Now she gets it to Weems from the H in Hornets. And she'll pull it up and in. And her first points are huge for the Tigers.
Good shot fake from Weems.
They get it inside to Lindley. Lindley will pass it out to Peacock. Peacock takes it in, and it will be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers with 19.2 seconds to go in the first half. Hornets clinging to a 3-point lead. Lindley will inbound it.
Lindley Tallbush, 19-2 first half. Hornets up 3.
They'll get it to Haley, way outside. Haley at the LF. 12 seconds. 11. Time and score right here. 8, 9. They get it to Lindley. 7, 6, 5. Floater. At the buzzer.
Big.
Good.
Great.
And the Hornets
Turn around.
get a
The
big
Hornets,
basket by
Big
Lindley.
bucket. Big bucket, Lindley Tallbush. Nice take and make. Hornets up 5 as we go to halftime. And a big crowd here, 21-16. Tough game.
A 15-12 run after a 6-4 run, and you lead by 5. And the Hornets, I think Locust Fork missed a lot of easy shots.
Well, they
in
missed
that
some
first
bunnies,
half.
but they had a nice little run there late, Greg. Their possessions were effective. They good clock management at the end. So they're all right. They're up 5. Possession there, I think, is going to favor the Hornets as we begin the second half. So Hornets up 5 in a slow-paced game. Pennington playing well. Has a great game plan for this ball game.
All right, we're going to talk some former Hornets. Come here, Casey. Get on the. We didn't have the. I don't think we had the Hornet radio when y'all were. Or we might have. Did we have the Hornet Yeah, we had. Put them on your head. Did we have the Hornet Network when you was in school?
No.
They came after it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you got to come back. I know that when you played, this is Casey McMillan. When and send me these pictures, Hillary. You need to be making pictures right now. I know it meant a lot to you to play here. You had a great career. You accomplished great things. I'm gonna get all of my girls here, so just tell them to stay right here. But talk to this. I hope this meant a lot to y'all to get to come back tonight. I thought it was great to see a lot of your former players, and there's a pretty good crowd showed up tonight.
Yeah. Some people that we haven't seen in 10 years, basically.
Well, and Locust Fork had a lot of success. Y'all I credit your team for turning the program back to where we got with the two Final Fours. Y'all were right on that cusp.
Yeah.
You had the big Redskins who had a really good team at that time. And a lot of people don't realize that they won back-to-back state championships. But they beat Locust Fork by 2 points in overtime and 2 points in another game.
Mm-hmm.
And if that flips, then Locust Fork might have won a state championship in those 2 years. I thought the best 2 teams in the state were right here in Blount County.
Oh, yeah.
And but they had their good run there. Then the Hornets with Ashland and Hannah and Madison and all them came up and got the
big map.
State map. That was a big win. But I was always proud. Casey was one of them girls that got after it rebounding, got after it when it come time to make a big bucket. And she loved basketball.
When did she graduate? What year did you graduate?
2014. Yes.
2014.
10 years. Then.
Yeah.
You're right on it. Right?
Yes.
She used to be a lot different looking, kind of like we did when we were graduating from high school.
Yeah.
I can't remember when that was. That was way back in another century.
But now
that's true.
She's living in Cleveland, the
Oh,
arch
yes.
rival. So she's
I am.
No.
I'm coaching my son in basketball now.
Really?
Yes.
But she'll always be a Hornet at heart.
Yes.
That's right. Well, I appreciate you. Proud of you.
That was
I'm proud
really
of your
nice.
family.
Proud of y'all, what y'all have done. We have a granddaughter playing now.
Oh, and I bet it's the best.
It's great.
Haley plays on this team.
Haley, number
Oh,
11.
And she can shoot the ball.
She can.
She is a shooter.
Yep. Well, all right.
It's nice
thank you.
seeing you.
Let's
Yes,
get the other
thank
2
you.
on here, the Boxy girls.
Now, who are these? I don't know these, Greg.
We're going to talk to all of you. Get over here. All right. Kelsey. Used to be Kelsey Calvert. She's Kelsey Scott. She's got a little pulling at her tonight. It's because her husband helps coach Pennington, and her stepson plays for Pennington.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but she'll always be a Hornet in her heart.
Well, we had a lot of Calverts. Was it Calvert maiden name? It went to Pinson. We were coaching there. Are you related to any of them?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, they lived out here around county line.
She
Did they-
probably was kin to her.
Probably. I probably just don't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, talk a little bit about when you played here. What years were you here?
I graduated in 14.
You graduated at all this point.
Mhm.
That's right. Well, it had to be good to be able to see people here tonight that you hadn't seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Reminisce about those good old days. You were a part of how many county championships?
Yeah. A couple.
They started to run. We had 6 in a row that these girls here started.
Is that right?
Yeah, had 6 in a row. That was the last run we had. I think they'll have a shot at this year. We'll see. But how's it feel being on the other side, though?
Oh, it's weird. It's weird being so far removed from it that we barely know these girls that are playing now.
Time makes a change physically, the way
Yeah.
you feel, the way you look. But I know that the time you were here had to be special to
Oh,
you.
it was the best. I think about it all the time.
Well, we're proud of you, and we're proud of your Hornet.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Nice job.
We'll talk to Cox now. Kristen, she was a baller in her day.
Who is Greg?
This
I
is-
don't know
this
these
is-
young ladies.
This is Kristen Cox,
Hey.
and she was a baller in her day. She loved basketball, played travel basketball, played on this team. You graduated in 14.
14.
I
And-
saw
Yes, sir.
all of this.
Y'all went back-to-back county championships. Would you start the championship?
We started the championships and went to Sweet 16 a senior year.
All right, that's right. Y'all wanted it Appalachia.
Yes.
Beat Hayden.
We did.
And really won big. I remember how
Really?
I was wanting us just to win, and then we barely we beat the snot out of them. I think we hot clocked them. It was a great win for you guys. Lord, I need this on this side. I needed to get that.
That's
with all
right.
of you.
Get these young
Come
ladies.
back around over here where I can get you on the camera.
Yeah,
But I want you to think back to when you played. When you played here,
It's been a long time now.
I know, but what's a game that maybe stood out to you?
The game that stood out to me,
You ever have one that maybe you had a lot of points or it was a big win for you, girl?
I would go back to the county championship again. That was a big memory because it was our senior year. It was the start of that era where we won a few in a row, and again, it was my senior year. So
Well, y'all started the 6-year run, which is the longest run ever in Blount County history by a girls program, and it was a lot of fun. She was a good player, good student. Now she's living in Atlanta.
Atlanta, yes sir.
Came over tonight to be a part of this. Worked out good.
Yes.
And her mom, I think, didn't your mom keep the score?
So that was Kat.
Yeah,
that
Kat
kept the books.
but your
and
mom
she
did
kept
stats and stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they were a big part of it. It was a great time here at Locust Fort. And, you know, I say this, it's easy for me to say I'm still here. But I'm sure you can, and I want you to be honest, Locust Fort will always be special to you.
Oh, for sure. I love coming back home. It's completely different.
That's pretty nice out there, isn't it?
Yes. It's there's a lot of stuff that's changed since I was here, but I love coming back home. I love the community. I can come back years later and not see people, and it's like you saw them yesterday. So,
well, everybody loves you girls, and you were always some of my favorites. They were involved in a lot of things, and I got to be a part of watching them do good, and it was a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we're proud of all of it.
Thank
And
you.
so that's one thing. I think if you look back at the girls, most of the girls who played in this program were successful because you learned how to work.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. If you went through Locust Fort program, basketball program, you learned how to work.
That's
sure.
exactly. All right. Well, last thing I want you to talk about, who is the meanest, Coach Hollis or Miss Roy?
Oh, it depended on the day. I would say Coach Hollis, though. Sometimes he would meet you at half court and get on to you. So I would say Coach Hollis, but Coach Rory had her moments too, but toughened you up. So.
Well, a lot of people think that she's eased up a little bit.
Oh no, Coach Rory!
I know it. My daughter said these kids don't know what they're.
No.
They don't know the old Barbara.
Mm-mm.
But now times have changed a little bit too. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but we do have a good bunch of kids right now. They don't really have that inside presence like y'all had. Kristen was the point guard and kind of run the show, and then she fed the beast on the inside and all that kind of stuff. But they were a good team, and it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of great memories about your class. I loved your class, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, we loved you, Greg.
Well, I always love you. They're my girls. I appreciate them. Get a picture over here. Hey, get a picture of all of us right quick. I'm proud of these kiddos. Yeah, I want in the picture now.
Don't let me in. I'll break that thing. These girls are too pretty.
Watch for your mama over there. All right, get another good one. Send those to me. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank
No,
you.
great,
Hang around. Go
job.
back out there and
Go
eat.
Hornets.
Go Hornets. That's right. Once a Hornet, always a Hornet. That's some good kids right there. They're not kids anymore. They got
14 and 10 years ago, they'd be
10-year reunion. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's Greg. They'll be 28 years old, right? Isn't that about right? Something like that.
Yeah. We're about ready to start the second half. I'm gonna try to get Billy's attention. Billy. I'm gonna try to get Billy to get. Hey, go out there and tell the Basils not to leave till they come do an interview on the radio. The Basils. All right. Well, no, they may go out the other way. Well, all right, here we go. Locust Fort's going to get the ball, start the second half. You don't want to watch me, you want to watch the game. We'll turn this around. Corley Williamson. I hand it off to Dutton. Dutton gets it to Tallbush. We'll see what adjustments are made at the half to get it out to Harley Horn from the H.
Beautiful
Well, great.
action, Greg. Nice dribble handoff, a little zoom action, kick to the wing. Nothing but nylon. That's big for the Hornet.
And the
Good
Hornets
start.
get a good start, and they get something. Now, They get it over there to their sharpshooter, Andrade, and she will miss it, and there'll be a tie up, and then the tie up will go back to the Hornets. Come over and get on the radio. I'm going to talk to you and do this game a little bit. Put that on your head there. Put that on your head. They'll get it to Andrade. All right. A lot of people don't realize, but Pam Goss was a big part of the Hornet. She was kind of like the head cheerleader and helped Barbara keep in line and all that. But and taught here for years, was one of the best teachers ever teach at Locust Fork, because Locust Fork gets a turnover to start this half. But how much does it mean you get to come back and see all these girls? I know that was, I know Coach Faulkner would have been proud, but I know it meant a lot to you because you loved all those kids.
It did. It really did. It's just a lot of fun to see everybody. Some of them brought their kids, and we get to see them, so it was a lot of fun.
Well, and you were a part of a big part of Harley Horn will throw up a three, and she hit back-to-back
Horn,
threes.
great. That is really big for the Hornets, Greg.
A 11-point lead, which is the largest lead, and a 6-0 run to start the second half.
See, that makes Pennington have to start thinking about playing really good.
And another turnover as Cortland just takes it away. 2 turnovers on 2 possessions by the Tigers, and 2 3-pointers by the Hornets to start the second half. We're talking to Pam Goss, who was a teacher here. How many years did you teach here? It's Haley Dutton from downtown. She can't get it to go, but the rebound will go to the Tigers. How many years did you teach here?
23.
23. And there's another long three by Andrade. She can't get it to go. Hanson with a rebound to get it to Wings. And she'll throw it up no good. Rebound this time goes to Haley Dutton, and she'll secure it and dribble out of trouble. If you got a favorite time that you ever remember while you was helping coach and do things here, favorite memories, Cortland Williamson drains a jumper.
Great pass from Haley Dutton to Cortland Williamson. Finished. Hornets up 13.
And a timeout on the floor. Now we got a little time to talk to.
The first few teams were special because we kind of were learning together.
Did you start with her when she started?
I did. She helped me coach track when she first came while Mr. Faulkner's still doing basketball. And so when he retired, she brought me on with her to the basketball.
Well, and when you go back and you listen to the accolades that I researched and got, it's amazing. The history and the success. The one word that I always think about was consistency.
Yes.
And to only have 4 coaches, and basically 3, one step in for 1 year, basically 3 coaches in 47 years is huge.
It is huge. And, Barbara and Mr. Hollis and Kimmy and Bridget all, that this was their family time too. They did all this together as a family. And
I wanted to get you on where everybody see what they're looking at and talking to. But it was a family, and it still is a family.
It is a family.
And it will always be special.
Yes.
And we certainly appreciate all that you meant to this program. I just wanted to call you over here. I love you, and I'm thankful you got to teach a lot of our kids and make our place better here.
Well, I appreciate that, Greg. I love it. Once a Hornet, always a Hornet.
That's right. A big pass into Camp.
Great
She'll let
pass.
up and in, and the Hornets will come out on fire to start this second half.
Great advanced pass from Corbin Williamson to Emily Camp for 2.
A 10-0 run to start the third quarter, and this looks like the Hornets of old. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
That's Pam Goss, a great teacher, a great coach. Long shot, put up no good. Rebound cleared out by Horn. Here comes Cortland. Hornets leading it by the biggest lead, 31-16. They'll get it around to Cortland. At the top of the circle, they'll set their offense. 4:56 to go in the third quarter. Hornets on a big run right now. They'll get it off to Dutton. Dutton to Lindley. Lindley will turn. Oh, a great idea, but the pass was a little bit behind him.
Great execution, except pass just a little bit late. Not much.
And a foul on Lindley, that'll be 3.
You don't want that when you get to the halfway point of the third quarter.
31-16, 4:40 to go. In a big-time area, in a big-time county game tonight. Hornets kind of heated up all of a sudden.
Harley Horn with 2 big threes, Greg. Really helping Emily Camp playing really good inside for her.
Wings way out front. She's had one good shot, really, that she got off. Hawkins will be fouled by Kemp, and that'll be Emily Kemp's first.
That's where and she did a good job of going vertical, Greg. Just close. She came down with her arms. If you come down, you're going to get the foul called on you. Missed free throw.
And Hawkins will miss the first free throw of the game for the Tigers.
41-19, 4-19, excuse me, 31-16, third quarter.
And the second free throw was perfect. So finally, the Tigers scored 4:17 to go in the third quarter. It went for almost 4 minutes without scoring. Here comes Cortland. She's been very effective tonight, as she has been all year long. 8 points for Cortland. She'll drive in, drive through, kick it out. Great pass. Wide open shot by Horn. And she will get the kind roll. And
Three makes for Harley Horn, Greg. That
three
is
in a row.
3 in a row. So big, extending that lead now. Playing zone. You got people in foul trouble.
And she leads all scorers with 12 points, and she's hit 4 threes. And a reverse layup, and they're going to call a foul. There was no way that she's going to hit that shot. You just didn't need to get a foul.
Let it go on that, but here comes a great, valuable player off the bench in Kinley Wilson, who's really
I think Emily's played good tonight.
Oh, Emily's played exceptionally well, I think.
She probably just didn't have a good choice on the foul right there.
No.
Free throw up, and the bank is open as Hawkins gets it to go. Andrade back in the game.
34-18, Hornets looks for it over Pennington. 3:40 in quarter 3.
Hawkins is a good little player. She hits both free throws. 34-19. Here comes Cortland. That was a great pass.
Sure
all the way
was.
up, dribbled all the way through.
That's European basketball.
She knows the floor. She sees the floor. Another great pass. Back out to the hot shooting Harley Horn. She can't get to go this time.
That is great action, Greg. You get the Cortland back cut to Dutton. Dutton penetrate, kicks wing, wide open. That's great modern European NBA style basketball right there. Excellent, excellent execution.
Put that headphone on. We're going to talk to a legend. A legend in a lot of ways, as Tommy Basil kind of comes in here with us. Hornets leading at 34-19. The Tigers with the ball, and we're going to get a double dribble, and that'll be a turnover.
Excellent call out there, Greg. I saw it, didn't want to say anything.
He's a young official, but he's getting better.
He's getting better. That guy's getting better.
Well, Tommy, you meant a lot to Locust Fork, and you're not only way you meant to our church, your wife, and the Bible drill and all that part, but basketball has been a love of you and your family, and you helped Locust Fork become a great school and when it comes to the tradition we have. And it had to be good to see all this tonight. Peacock with a layup off the glass.
Mackenzie Peacock.
Yeah, it was great seeing everybody, and I miss it. Had a lot of good years here. Really miss
well,
it.
you saw your kids grow up.
I did. They grew up right here.
And it was a great place to have a kid in school. And,
it was a wonderful place. Wonderful place.
But now Locust Fork didn't just win in basketball. His kids and all of Barbara and all them, they played volleyball. They were really good in volleyball too.
Yeah, they were.
They wasn't quite to the level. And there's going to be a shot put up and no good. The rebound goes to the Hornets. Let me do a little call. Yeah, I had a good look, but a great read that time by Hawkins to steal the ball.
A great read. Hawkins with a great interception, great anticipation.
In the early years when you were coaching your kid and all, and there's a turnover by Pennington. That'll be their 9th turnover of the game. Did you ever think we'd get to the Final Four? The long three up by Peacock, and she's on fire.
Well, it's good to see that, Greg. Another 3-point weapon.
And a timeout. Now we can talk to Tommy.
Yeah, well, you always hope you're going to get there. And
now I can hear you better. Go ahead.
And probably I didn't early on. Me and Kim started the rec league, and we actually played at each school.
Yeah.
And
we did that. We do that now.
Yeah.
We went back.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we went back to that.
I like that idea. And we got into AAU ball, and it really helped bring the program up, too. And we just had some wonderful years. And the night's been wonderful, too. I appreciate y'all doing this.
Well, I hated to have to do it during the week, but Lisa plays on Fridays. Yeah. And the reason this game is tonight because of Lisa, I wanted her to be here, and I wanted y'all to be here because I wanted to recognize all that you did for this program. But I want you to, when you think back, your daughters, as a result of the time they put in here, were able to get their college paid for. That has to help out a dad
They both got their all the way through their masters paid for.
by playing basketball.
And Jean Ann and I missed three of their games in college.
Wow.
That's great.
And none. They kept books and stats.
Yeah.
And you know, the one thing I'm proud about Locust Fork, we have maintained the history of this program.
That's great.
As far as all the records are still in there, and
that's wonderful.
And it's just a great thing. And it's changed a lot around here. The Hornets gonna get another turnover. As they force another turnover. I think our girls, when they first came out, there's a lot of intimidation when you play a game when you got all that former, you hear all those accolades.
Yeah.
See kids that played who came out a little bit shell-shocked, but we got a 20-point lead over a team that hadn't been beat in the county or hardly any this year. I think they only lost 1 or 2 games, but I think Locust Fork has really come on and done good. Here's Haley Dutton from downtown, but she can't get it to go, and the rebound will go to Yarborough. I want to ask you one other question. I'll let you go. When your girls were here and y'all were a part of all that, as the shot's going to be put up, no good, and the rebound cleared out by Cortland. And a long pass up to Peacock, who's been pretty hot. We'll get it out to Horn, back to Peacock. She'll drive in, kick it over to Kinley. And Kinley didn't have the good hands, and it'll be a turnover.
You got to be strong there, Greg. You got to chin that ball.
But what can you think of one thing in particular you think that you remember, or a game or anything when you were here that stands out to you?
I guess probably making it to that first Final Four.
Yeah. You were able to go to 2.
Right.
And it was
it was at Wallace.
Wallace back
Wallace
there.
State. I think that was a big thing for us.
It was huge.
That was huge.
Let's get this last seconds and we'll talk to you at the end of the break. To get it out to Weems. We've held her to only 1 shot. She'll take it all the way up, put it up off the glass, no good. Kinley with a big rebound. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They get it to Haley Dutton. Wide open, 3, and it's a little short. And a rebound will be down to the Hornets, but the clock expires. The Hornets lead it 39-19.
Great.
They're having a great game.
Great third quarter, Greg, for the Hornets.
They look good. Really good.
They only gave up 3 free throws in that quarter.
Wow.
So a nice run by the Hornets.
That's nice. Yeah.
Now you're coaching with your daughter, I'm sure. Still, you still sit on the bench with her.
Oh yeah, I've been helping her 21 years now.
Right. Well, her and him and Kim are just alike in that they love their kids. They pour into their kids. You got the same thing going on at Sandrock you got going on here.
Right.
And both of their programs have been, both of the programs have been great. They've been to Final Four. Y'all been to at least 3 or 4, haven't you?
No, we haven't been to that many.
You've been to 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You played for 2 state championships.
Yeah.
We've been right there on the doorstep.
Yeah, we've been there.
And she's won 500 games. She had a year on Barbara, and she got probably, I guess, 20 wins probably 1 year. Barbara's right there on the cusp, so that's incredible to me to think those little girls she was practicing here both went on and going to have 500 wins.
We wouldn't ever thought that back then. But.
Well, I love you. I love your family. I'm proud of your daughters and all that they've been able to go on and do. You have always meant a lot to this program. You always will, and I hope it's always be home.
Oh, this is home to us, really, and I always keep up with Locust Fork sports.
Well, thank you
for
Greg. Dropping by. It's all Tommy Baswell. Get your daughter to come over here before she leaves. All right, here comes the Hornets. They lead it by 20. A game that was tight, but has gotten a little bit untied, as you say.
Untied.
And the Hornets going to get a foul called on Butler. It'll be her second.
Tell you, the Hornets got a great quarter from Harley Horn, Greg. Tremendous on both ends. So good and so glad for the Hornets that Harley came back out doing a tremendous job.
Here comes the Hornets. They'll get it around to Cortland. Cortland inside, a great pass to Camp. She lays it up and in. Camp is growing up right before our eyes.
Greg, they're playing just no catch on Haley Dutton, so it's giving a little space on the other side of the floor. Good offense from the Hornets.
You got to put that headset on. Shot up, no good, and another rebound by Camp. Camp gets it out to Tallbush. Tallbush, top of the circle, at the top of the circle, over to Camp. Camp down the lane, lay up, no good, but she's fouled. Camp is all of a sudden really
Becoming a
surged
big time
to
player.
be a heck of a player.
Greg, they may be in boxing one now because, I mean, they're not even letting Haley take a deep breath. Haley Dutton being really guarded. And they
what
beat
is
her up
good
tonight.
to me is that while she has been taken a little bit out of the game, the rest of them have come on
They've
up.
stepped up.
And the free throw up and no good, and the Hornets missed their first free throw of the game.
Being push down on your toes on the free throw. Don't be short on free throw.
One of my favorite people in the world is on the radio now. Amanda McKinney's what y'all gonna know about. She's marrying now as the second free throw is up and good by Emily Camp. First of all, welcome, Amanda. I love you. You know that. I remember when Amanda was born, she used to rule the roost. She was a drum major here. She played basketball, softball, long shot up by Yarborough, no good. The rebound will be out of bounds back to the Hornets. But this program in basketball, I know meant a lot to you. You love Miss Roy and Coach Hollis. Talk about what that meant to you when you were here.
It was an amazing experience. Truthfully, it was a wonderful time in my life, and I'm so thankful to both of them for all that they taught me.
Haley Dutton with a little jumper, no good. And the rebound, look at Camp, go after it again. She gets the jump ball and go back to the Hornets.
And just all the wonderful memories that I have, and also the future that they gave me as far as getting to play in college.
Amanda got a scholarship to play. She don't look like a basketball with her height player, but she had a lot of guts. Long three up by Dutton, no good. And the rebound cleared out by Yarborough. We'll hang on with us a little bit longer, and we'll get this on the break in a minute. They get it to Butler. They'll get it out to the deuce. Lewis down the lane. She'll turn, get it to Yarborough. Yarborough will kick to Butler. Butler down the lane. A crazy shot up, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Hornets. Hornets have played locked down defense this second half. Held them to 3 free throws the entire half.
3 points second half. Did a great job.
An 18-3 run in that third quarter and a 21-3 run in the second half. And the Hornets pulling away 42-19.
23-point lead with 5:56.
Here's Dutton. She'll drive the lane, kick it out to old buddy Horn from the H in Hornets. And she will drain it. A little string
Modern
music from the parking
basketball.
lot.
Get the ball downhill, draw, spray, 3. Great offensive execution.
5 threes for Horn to lead all scorers. Here's Hanson. She'll pick up a blocking foul on Lindley, and that'll be Lindley's 4th foul. And the Hornets lead at 45-19 with 5:34 to go in the game. Now, you have went on. You are a band director now. Tell everybody what you're doing nowadays.
I'm a high school band director and teach middle school band and elementary music up at 3 schools in the Huntsville-Madison area.
Now, Hanson missed the first free throw. You can still sit on the live feed. But talk a little bit about, have you got to do any coaching? Because you got a pretty good kid that might, I wish you'd have brought her.
Oh, she is here.
Oh, she is here. I'd love for her to come see me.
Yeah, she's here. I'll make sure to bring her by before I leave.
And there's Lindley on the other end with a layup for 2.
Great job. Hornets really moving the ball well. Great advance pass. Dutton Tallbush, 2.
And you said you were coaching.
I'm actually going to be coaching this year softball up at the
good.
high school I'm at. So,
What high school?
it's St. John Paul II Catholic High School.
Which is a great school.
Familiar with
great
it.
school.
Yes.
Time
We
out on the
played
floor.
them, didn't
Yeah, we used to play them in football.
Football, yeah.
Well, talk about, your dad was a band director, and I loved
sir.
your dad. Your mom, you grew up, she was in my youth group too, which was one of her highlights of her life, I know. We had a great youth group and a great time, and she sang and done a lot of things. But talk about what it meant to you to grow up here at the time that you grew up here, and how special was it?
Locust Fork always have a special place in my heart. I've lived in a few different places now with my husband being in the military, but Locust Fork will always be home. And just I'm very, very grateful that the Lord allowed me to grow up here and live here, and all the wonderful people and community that is here in Locust Fork.
And a community that really prayed for Amanda.
Yes.
She had to have a kidney transplant. And look, the Lord's blessed you. And we're so
6
thankful.
years ago.
We're so thankful for that. Well, I love you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. You've meant a lot to me in my life. Your family has. I'm proud of you. And you're a Hornet. No matter where you go, you'll always be a Hornet. And you'll always be special to this program. And thank you.
Greg.
Love
Thank
you, girl.
Appreciate it.
That's
Love
Amanda Maring, better known as Amanda McKinney. And Hanson will put up the first bucket of the second half that they've made from the field.
Great defense, Greg.
Here comes Haley Dutton. She'll drive all the way down, put the floater up and in.
Nice, big take and make.
And that's Haley's 5th point of the game. They have really tried to take her out of it, but after taking her out, it opened up a lot of others who took advantage of it.
And they've done a really good job of coaching staff there, knowing that that's clear. I mean, it's pretty much you're playing 4-on-4 then. They've run some great action to get looks for Harley Horn and Emily Camp down in what we call the dunker position.
And the free throw's coming for Hawkins, and she makes the first. Hawkins is a pretty good free throw shooter. She has hit 3, 4 in a row, and she'll make the second. 49-24, 4:34 to play in the ball game. Long three up by Haley Dutton.
Now she gets hot.
They kept her down for a while, but she's lighting it up now. A little string music, her second three of the game, and her 8th point of the game. Here's Hanson. Hanson's a player, but she can't finish the shot. But look at the rebound. Put back up and in, and a nice job by Hawkins to score. She's starting to show a little authority out there right now. Here comes Dutton, and she's going to be fouled by Hanson. That'll be Hanson's first foul, I believe, her second foul.
Kinley Wilson coming in for the Hornets with 4:09 to go in the ball game. And Hornets up 26 now, Greg. A big run in the second half.
Well, I know Barbara was nervous about this game because she had everybody in the house here.
Yeah.
Everybody that meant something to this program.
I mean,
Here comes Lindley. Down the lane. Turn around jumper up, no good. And the rebound by Hawkins. Hawkins is a player. She's really played well. I'm telling you, this game's kind of away from Pennington a little bit.
Well,
they've got a good basketball team.
Defense second half, Hornets been tremendous.
Here's a good shooter. Andrade for 3, no good. She is making them in the first half. Second half, she's not. And the fight for the ball will go to the Pennington Tigers. Here comes Weems. Hornets have done a great job on Weems tonight, holding to 3 points. She'll drive by everybody, let up and in. Great drive to the hole by Weems.
Nice player, Greg. Again with a high IQ.
Hornets get it out to Peacock. She'll drive the lane, kick it over to
Kinley Wilson.
Kinley, and she's going to get 2 shots because I think they're going to call a foul on number 10.
Great effort from Kinley Wilson. Not surprising.
I cannot believe that your daughter is that. You was a baby when you left. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. Love you. Free throws coming for Kinley. Kinley.
Big.
Shot up and in.
Great job. What an effort player, number 42, Kinley Wilson for the Hornets. Hornets up 25, 3-14, and 4.
Kinley, when she's in, she is a rebounding machine. She'll put the second shot.
Great rebound. Look at that.
Fight for it, but she can't get a hold of
The
it.
smallest player out there with a gigantic heart, Greg. Great effort. Hornets D, second half. Big.
Guts and determination.
See, Greg, when you play slow, though, sometimes that affects your ability to come back. You get far down now, you're running clock and you're 25 down, but they can work on their offense for the next time.
Long 3 up and in.
Weems.
Weems heating up a little bit. We kind of took her out early, but she's got some good shots off. Cut it to 22. Cortland on the other end said, I got an answer for that 3. A little string music by Cortland. Cortland's had a nice night. And the Hornets going to get some subs in.
That's good.
That's a good thing. 9 points for Emily Camp tonight. 11 points for Cortland. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 points for Harley Horn. And 9 points for Haley. Peacock's improving, I'm telling you. Game by game. Look at that confidence.
She is an athlete.
I say that, she turns.
Well, that's all right. She had
a good idea. She just needs to play. On the other end, shot up and in by Yarborough. You can see where this team It's
They've
gotten a lot
improved,
better.
yeah.
56-33. Here comes
Abby Grace Evans.
Abby Grace getting a little PT time. They get it inside, outside. Kinley from downtown. Can't get it to go. The rebound cleared out by Weems. Weems brings it across the timeline from downtown. And that's way off. And that'll go back to the Hornets. And a timeout call by Pennington. 56-33. What a night. I'm overwhelmed with joy. I have been really involved with the girls program. I was one of those first rec league coaches. Coach Bridget and Kristen and Haley Kahn and all these people. And it was just a great time in my life, a great time in our school's life. And I'm going to get both of you in a minute. And Mama. I want Mama too. All right. We're almost through with this game. So just sit down right quick. She has to do it. Tommy's already been on.
Oh,
Yes, Tommy came on for a long time. Yeah. Tommy's already had his time on, so you're going too. Yep, you have to.
She won't do it.
She'll do it for me. You owe me. We're gonna do this last few minutes. We've only got a minute and 50-something seconds to go. Hornets going to inbound it. We got all the subs in. Hornets lead at 56-33. A big night for Hornet basketball, Lady Hornet basketball, as Kinley's going to turn it over. McKenzie's going to turn it over. They'll get it back to the Tigers. Long three up, no good. Rebound put back up, no good. And the rebound cleared out. And a nice rebound that time by Briley Hayes.
Strong rebound, Briley Hayes, number 45. Excellent job. Great attack, kick.
Here comes Peacock to get it around to Abby Grace. Abby Grace
Evans.
gets it to Briley, back to Peacock. She'll get around to Kinley, and they'll fight for it and be knocked out.
I tell you
Stay
what,
back
Greg,
to the Tigers.
You love to have players like Kinley Wilson on your team. Hard to have players who skin their knees, elbows. She is an effort player, improving every time she gets these minutes. Great job night for the Hornets.
I guess every kid out there is a 9th or 10th grader now.
Yeah.
For the Hornets.
No, Kinley's the 11th.
She is. Okay. And we're going to get a foul, and that will put number 22, Thomas, at the line. She, 2. We're going to talk to Lisa Bass. She's a legend at Sandrock, but she's a bigger legend here because she got it started back in the day.
I remember when we were coaching at Pinson, we heard her name mentioned a bunch of many times. Dan
a lot of
McGettigan.
hours in this
You
gym.
remember Dan McGettigan?
Yes.
Did the girls coach at Pinson? Really
Yes.
good friend of mine. And I remember him talking about the basketball family and how much he liked y'all and what a good player you were.
Thomas is going to hit one of 2 free throws.
All right. Hornets up by 22.
And Hornets have got all their subs in. They get it to Abby Grace. Abby Grace, way outside. This is basically the B team right now playing.
Yeah. Get good minutes here, Greg.
Uh-huh.
Good experience. Abby Grace Evans, 21. Riley Hayes, 45. Shiloh Weems, 10. And who else we got out there? Mackenzie Peacock.
Yeah.
That's a nice group right there.
Well, I know Barbara was nervous. You'd have been nervous too.
Yes.
When you bring back all your former players that you played with and coaches and all that kind of stuff, Abby Grace, that'll make Crystal happy. Abby Grace hits the free throw. And she gets in the book tonight. Another
Nothing but nylon.
Lady Hornet, and she hits both of them. Lady Hornet with a kid playing. She had 3 to play. Amanda Thomas is leading the troop. She had 3 kids. Well, I guess she had 3 kids to play too. Here comes the Tigers. They'll work it around the perimeter. They get a long shot up by McCall.
Banks open.
She will hit the 2-pointer off the glass. Cut the lead down to 22. And Peacock will have it knocked away. They'll call a backcourt, but that was a deflection. He missed that one. You'd have probably argued that, wouldn't you, Coach?
I probably would have.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
Well, with
not
a
up by
22-point
22
lead,
points.
yeah. With 22 seconds left, I think I'd let that go.
I'm waiting till the 22 seconds though before I get into my girl here because I want you to be on the screen.
No foul now.
Shot put up by Yarborough, no good. McAlpine with a rebound. Rick McAlpine's a good player. They get it to Butler. Butler inside, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Another turnover by the Tigers. A second half by the Hornets. They held the Tigers to only 3 free throws for much of this game. And finally, they got their first bucket with about 7 minutes. And the final score will be 58-36, a big win by the Hornets. Hot shooting by Harley Horn. Hot shooting by Cortland. Late shooting by Haley. And a dominating inside performance by Emily Camp. And the Hornets went 58-36. We're going to talk. We'll turn this camera around now.
Greg, real quick about the game. A big area win.
Yes.
You
And a
held-
county win.
Yes, a county
First
win.
loss for them in the county.
That's right. So the Hornets get back in the area race in good shape. You hold serve. Now the Hornets just going to have to win some on the road.
Well, all right. Well, it's been a night to celebrate. We celebrated the Locust Fork Lady Hornet program. It started in 1977, and you heard the things I read. It has been a great legacy. I really think that your mom and dad, Kim and Miss Barbara, were the parents that really turned the corner and made us go to we had already won games, but we haven't reached the plateau of Final Fours and things like that. And your mom and dad had a great vision of starting rec league basketball, and they were able to get a lot of great things done. First of all, talk about how big that was. But I want you to think back to growing up here. You were in my youth group. We had a great church at that time, a lot of young people. It was a great time in my life. And what did Locust Fork mean to you growing up?
Well, to start with, there were a lot of hours in this gym spent. I mean, it was neat because it was our family and it was the Hollis family. We pretty much lived here.
Yeah.
I mean, we lived in this gym, and that's pretty much what got the foundation, I think, of the success of the program is how much time and effort we put into it. And that started from our families because it wasn't just us. They were pushing us. I mean, our parents, our dads were hardcore, and they pushed us. And then they challenged us, and we spent a lot of time here. I mean, I loved growing up in Locust Fork. It was a great community, and everybody supported us, and we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, and your mom and dad were the Bible drill leaders at the church, and that was another phase that was awesome when they hid the Word of God in people's lives. And
listen, there was somebody that just quoted some scripture. It was one of my mom's Bible drillers back in the hospitality room, and she just lit up. She was loving every minute of it. She still does it now, and she does it in Center, Alabama, but it's not as big of a, kids don't want to put in the time to that, but that's the most important thing to her.
She would pick them up at school,
yes,
take them to her house, give them snacks.
Give them some orange slices.
Yeah, and they would study it. They'd go compete at the state level.
That's right.
And
we were competitive.
Locust Fork was
good.
known for the Bible drill, and they were a big part of it.
And it sticks with you, and that was the fun part of seeing that a while ago is them, quoting the scripture to her, and she loved it.
Well, and Coach Faulkner was y'all's coach.
Yes.
And he allowed your parents to be heavily involved, which was huge. And he meant a lot to you, I know.
Yes, he did. And Dad was talking about that on the way here. He was like, but Coach Faulkner let them schedule some big-time teams. Like, we should schedule some teams that Locust Fork had never played before. We brought in Gadsden, brought in some of the Pell City and stuff to try to challenge us, to make us better. And Coach Faulkner, was real supportive of both the Baswell and the Hollis families and how much we work. My sister's making faces at me over there, so that's fun.
Well, she's coming, so she don't need to be making faces at nobody.
That's right.
But you can go back and watch this interview on Facebook Live. And it's been, we're proud of you. You were the first 3A player of the year from our school. You went on to get a big-time scholarship to Southern Miss, then came back home to Alabama. At Jacksonville State, you're inducted into the Hall of Fame there. You have reached 500 wins as a coach. You've been to Final Four. You're that close to winning the state
3
championships.
Reds and no blue yet, but I'm gonna.
That's right.
I'm not stopping till I do.
Yeah.
Really not stopping till I do.
And
Yeah, but that was special too. Even whenever I got
Yeah.
inducted in the JSU Hall of Fame, Mr. Faulkner was right there with me.
Yeah.
He was there that day and supporting me there. So I mean, it's been a lot, and I'd be back here in Locust if I didn't marry off somewhere. But
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. My dream is for all y'all to come back. And just think if we tag team this place again with Basils and Hollises, how good would it be? Now, you've went to coaching.
yes.
How big has it been to have your dad, just like Barbara's had Kim, all the step of the way?
Well, I mean, he's been there since day one with me from when I was very small until now, and I mean, everything about basketball, I get from him, and it's fun to have your family around you and supporting you and doing it with you because I mean, he loves basketball. I don't know where we'd be without without basketball, but it helps bond our family, and I love having him on the bench, and he loves our girls and puts a lot of time into scouting and preparing, and we're just all a family of basketball.
Well, all of us keep up and pull for you. Everybody in Logansport does.
Thank you.
The only thing we hadn't been able to do that I want done sometime along the way is I want a game with Logansport and
And
look at
Sand
here
Rock. Oh,
in
look at the
Sand
food.
Rock at Locust Fort.
Okay,
And
we need to make that happen.
did y'all have enough food out there?
It was a lot of food. I think I had 3 plates.
Well, and your mama
Yeah.
and your kid was a good ball player, and I kept up with
And
him.
he's coaching now.
Yeah.
He's at Sand Rock
And
coaching
he
now.
done some radio. I listened to him on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
You will always be a Hornet. We love you.
Yes.
We're proud of you.
Now, don't be calling my house and asking me to come sing in the youth choir at any point.
But
right
now.
That
that was a great time. wasn't
it was a fun
It was-
time.
We had
a
so
lot of
much
good time.
fun in the youth. It was such great kids. I had such great kids in the youth group. And the one thing that everybody tells me, and even now, and that was in that youth group, they say it's just not like that now. You don't have that in churches now, what we had.
Right.
You know?
we were close. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun
Lord, yeah.
together.
It was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. We
Well-
were either at church or we're in the gym.
You
so.
were that's exactly right. You were either at church or in the gym. Let's get Laura over here.
Laura, come on over.
All right.
Thank you guys
Hold on,
for
keep
tonight.
yours on. We'll use both
Oh,
of them. Get
okay.
Laura over here. Laura,
Yes.
come on. Oh, we got. All right. Laura, get on here with your sister.
She's not used to this.
All right, Laura.
Come on down here where the camera can see.
That's right. We want the camera to see you here, girl. All right. Laura, did Lisa ever pick on you when you was in school? When you was growing up, did she ever pick on you?
I'm not sure I'd say it went that way.
She was the sneaky one. She
She
would
was.
pick on me, and then I'd get in trouble for responding.
Hey, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I'm definitely the squeaky wheel.
Well, how much fun was it though to get to play with your sister? Be honest. You both got to go to Final Fours, and you got to be a part of that, which is the first time in school history. But wasn't that fun?
It was really fun, yes. And to go to college and do the same thing, I
That's
just
right.
passed with the ball.
We got to
right.
play.
Yeah, I
I
got to
was
play
like,
with Jacksonville. I forgot.
we played
Yeah.
2 years together at Jacksonville. Got to room together in the dorm, and
How awesome.
it was a lot of fun. And she'd pass me the ball, and I'd go score.
Yeah, we call it the black hole. Once it goes in, it doesn't come out.
That's
I
right.
wasn't gonna pass it back.
Well, now let me ask you this. Now, she just said, I basically lived in this gym when I was growing up. You practiced. It was a special place. It was a special time in church, youth group, all the things that happened when you grew up here. Talk a little bit about how meaningful that was for you growing up at Locust. She's already shared.
I've already shared.
You share a little bit of that.
Well, it's a huge sense of community.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you went, it's like a connection.
Yeah.
At church, at the gym, everywhere you went, it's a connection. And of course, we still have that connection
We
because
do.
it runs deep.
It does. It really does. And, I thought back to your mom and your dad being so involved. Bible drill, we talked about that. But it was just a great time. And it was a bunch of kids went to Jacksonville State at that time. You remember?
yeah.
It was like Locust Fort took over Jacksonville State.
Yes, we had a Locust Fort house at Jacksonville.
They sure did. And it was fun. And we're so proud of both of you and going on being successful in life. And you will always be special at this place. I hope Locust Fork will always be special to you. And one day we're just going to bring you all back home and we're going to have a big time reunion and we're going to just start it all over again.
As long as y'all made me sing, I'm good.
Well, y'all all sang when I had you in my youth.
I don't know. I might have been the first choir member that you told not to sing. Just smile.
Ah.
Don't sing, just smile.
Just smile, Laura.
But it was
And
fun.
don't make her clap her hands and sing. She can't do that.
But it was
I
fun.
can smile.
Folks, these are two of the greatest kids that ever came through this school. I love them from the tops of their heads to the soles of their feet. We keep up with Sandrock. We'll always be Sandrock as long as you're there, not over the Hornets, but over everybody else.
Understood.
And it was special to me. It was ironic that I had a daughter to play on the state championship team, and I had a son to play on the first undefeated football team here. So all the time I've been here, I got to see the rewards as well. So it's been a special time. But we love you and love your family. And
We
you'll
love
always be a Hornet. Deep
Yeah.
down in your soul.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm waiting on the Sandrock Locust Fork game. I don't care if any boys come or not. Girls game right here. You better do it quick before we run out of talent.
Yeah.
Do you have good talent coming or y'all?
I've got some good stuff coming. So it's
Well, we
good.
don't. I don't know. We're hoping it'll get a little bit better. We struggled of late, but we got a lot of building to do. But there's some great kids coming, and we got to get them on the work path like y'all have. But thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank y'all
Thank
for
you.
doing this. We appreciate it.
All right, that's the end of the girls' broadcast. Now we'll kick it over to the boys. We'll go off for just a second. We'll be right back.